Welcome to Harmony Within, or if you're on YouTube, the Aligned Woman Method. I am Lisa, your host, and each week we explore the Aligned Woman Method, focusing on the intersection of strength, movement, and intentional living. We're moving past perfection to find the rhythm that works for your unique life, blending science-backed movement with a mindful, grounded approach. To your body, your mind, and your soul. So let's get into today's episode. Last week, we talked about how to fuel your body in a way. Notes are so hard. Words are so hard today. Okay, so last week we talked about how to fuel your body in a way that supports you. But I promise you that even when you fuel well and you move well, there's a missing piece. The secret key to unlocking your full potential. And that key is your nervous system. If you feel like you're doing all the right things, checking all the boxes, but you're still not seeing the results you want, I want you to know that you are not failing. Your body is just in survival mode, and it's trying to protect you. It's important to understand why our bodies work this way. See, as women, our nervous systems are designed to be incredibly observant. It's a beautiful protective feature of our biology. We are wired to pick up the temperature of our environment and the stress in our daily lives. So think of it this way. Your nervous system is always scanning the horizon for threats. Because of how we're built, we're a little more sensitive to the volume of the world around us. When we live in a state of constant, high-pressured urgency, where we feel like we're always racing against the clock and trying to manage 2 months at once, our nervous system doesn't see that as a busy schedule. It perceives that level of persistent, frantic energy as a threat to our survival. Our body thinks that I need to protect her, so it puts the brakes on everything that isn't essential for immediate survival. It stops prioritizing your energy, your hormone levels, and your physical goals because it's too busy trying to keep you safe from the danger it perceives in that constant high stress grind. It's not that you are doing anything wrong. It's that your body is working overtime to keep you safe in an environment that never feels like it's taking a breath. And I kind of had to learn that. I learned this kind of the hard way. When I started my own health journey, I did exactly what the experts said to do. I did the cardio, I did the HIIT, I did the heavy strength training. I was doing it all. But all those programs were based on the male's physiology. And for me, it was just adding more stress to my body. The thing I remember most about all of this is that I was constantly wired but tired. When I finished a workout, instead of feeling accomplished, I felt depleted. I was irritable. My sleep was a mess. My body composition started moving in the wrong direction. And I thought the answer was to push harder. I thought, if I'm not getting the results, I'm just not working hard enough. That was the trap. I was fighting my own biology, trying to force a result through sheer willpower. It wasn't until I stopped and actually listened that things changed. So I started doing different things. I still was doing strength training. I was still doing my form of cardio, the cardio that felt good for me, right? The movements that felt good for me, like yoga, my Ignite program. That's how I developed that program, is by listening to my body and understanding what my body truly needed, as opposed to what I should be doing by the expert standards. And here's what happened. Yes, it was uncomfortable at first, right? Like that slowing down, and when my mind wanted to race, like meditation was really hard for me in the beginning. But my body finally had the space to breathe. And for the first time, my body responded with actual energy. I felt calm, and I finally started seeing positive changes, not because I pushed harder, but because I finally started working with myself. And that was the moment I realized the secret isn't pushing, it's listening. Listening isn't complicated, but it is a skill that takes practice. I want you to try a simple body check with me right now. So stop whatever it is that you're doing. Are your shoulders up in your ears? Is your jaw clenched? Is your breath shallow? Your body is giving you a signal right now. You don't have to change it, just acknowledge it. That is the beginning of regulation. Another example is eating. Sometimes we, or maybe it's just me, ignore the signals until we're way past that point of being done, right? So I had to learn that the signal wasn't about eating until I had that feeling of, if I eat one more bite, I'm going to get sick. It's about stopping when I feel satisfied, when I know I've had enough. That feeling of satisfaction, that sense of being fueled and energized, that is the signal of safety your body is looking for. It's the same with my schedule, which, by the way, I'm still kind of working on, especially in the evening. See, I've always been a night owl. And some nights my body just isn't ready for sleep until 11 p.m. or after, even though I know that I should be in bed by 10 p.m. But I'm learning that respecting that boundary, that 10 p.m. boundary, is a signal of safety for my nervous system. It's not about being perfect. It's about acknowledging what your body is saying and honoring it. Now, I'm not always in bed at 10 p.m. In fact, I'm more rarely not in bed by 10 p.m. than I am in bed by 10 p.m. But there's things that come up, right? There's activities that takes the wind down a little bit more time, right? So it isn't about being perfect, and it's not about punishing myself because I'm not in bed at that hard, fast time, right? I still honor my body and I deregulate. And if it's 11 or after when I go to bed, that's just when my body is ready, right? But I still honor and I still do the things I need to do to deregulate and come back to where I need to be so I can sleep well. Ultimately, your nervous system is the secret key. It's the only thing that can unlock your body's true ability to change. When you listen to those internal signals, whether it's the need for rest, a shift in how you move, or honoring when you're satisfied with your meal, you're telling your nervous system that you are safe. That is the moment you stop fighting your biology and finally start working with it. Okay, so we've covered 3 of the 5 pillars of the Aligned Women Method. So next week, we're moving into our 4th pillar, which is recovery. This is the true foundation of growth, the true foundation of growth. We're going to explore how to treat rest as an active, sacred part of the training process, giving your tissues and your hormones and your spirit the space they actually need to heal. If you're ready to learn how to listen to your body and stop fighting your own potential, I would love to connect with you. I've included a link in the show notes to schedule your free clarity call. Until next time, breathe, move with intention, and take care of yourself.